Listen, my friends, before you fall in love with that dreamy Wilmington, North Carolina home, we need to talk. There are 5 huge mistakes that I have seen happen way too often that can turn your beachy fantasy into a salty nightmare. And trust me, I really have seen them happen. They may sound simple, but if you miss these, you're going to be kicking yourself later. So grab your coffee or your wine, no judgment, settle in, and let's break it all down. Hey y'all, I'm Tony, your go-to coastal North Carolina real estate broker and professional interior designer. I'm here to help you find your dream home in the perfect neighborhood, and then your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to let me help you design it to make it feel like you. I mean, why stop at buying when you can turn it into the home of your dreams? And for my sellers out there, I'm the one you call to make sure your home shines in its best light with expert staging that gets buyers swooning. So whether you're moving in, moving out, or just craving a total redesign, I'm here to help every step of the way. But real quick, before we get into it, if you love coastal living, real estate tips, and a little design inspiration, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and give this video a quick thumbs up. It really does help me so much with growing this channel, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. All right, let's break down the 5 biggest mistakes I feel like coastal buyers make the most and how you can avoid them with confidence. Mistake number 1, skipping the home inspection. This is a huge one, and I see it way too often. You walk into a beach house with amazing vaulted ceilings, a sun-soaked deck, and you feel that salty breeze, and suddenly you're in love. But here's the thing. North Carolina coastal homes have their own set of challenges, and you have to go beyond surface appearances to find them. For example, humidity and salt air, they can cause wood rot, mold, and corrosion in places that you can't see on the outside, like under floors, behind walls, in crawl spaces, especially in older homes. I've seen hidden moisture issues that weren't obvious at first glance, and those repairs are ridiculously costly. Foundations are another sneaky issue. Coastal properties often sit on sandy or shifting soils, so over time that can lead to cracks, uneven floors, or even structural instability. So during your inspection, make sure your inspector checks the foundation thoroughly. Typically, I try to recommend hiring an inspector who specializes in coastal properties. They really do know what to look for, like signs of previous flood damage, salt corrosion on fasteners, or evidence of past storm repairs. And don't just stop at the walls and foundations. Make sure they check the roof thoroughly, the decks and patios, and seawalls if there are any. You want to get a full report with photos of any issues in your hands before the due diligence period expires. And here's a pro tip. If you're buying in a competitive market and you're tempted to waive the inspection to win the bid, just stop for 1 second. A waived inspection could mean a surprise $50,000 repair later. And as your realtor, I will always tell you that it's just not worth the risk. Mistake number 2, ignoring flood zones and insurance. This one is huge for coastal buyers. Flood zones aren't just a theoretical thing. They directly impact your costs and peace of mind. Before you even think about writing an offer, check the property's flood zone status. FEMA has detailed maps that you can look up, but even better, ask your agent. Hi, that's me. Homes in flood zones often require mandatory flood insurance, and those premiums can be high. I've seen many a buyer budget for their mortgage but get blindsided by insurance costs that adds hundreds or even thousands of dollars per year. And keep in mind, flood insurance isn't included in your standard homeowner's policy. It's separate. Plus, with hurricanes and tropical storms in our area, which we have, windstorm insurance is another aspect to kind of truly consider. It might mean a separate policy or a higher premium depending on where you are, but some people really find that peace of mind worth the cost. And really, beyond cost, there's the question of risk. Even if a home hasn't flooded in years, climate patterns are changing and flood zones can shift. Some buyers choose to elevate their homes or invest in floodproofing improvements. My advice, factor insurance into your budget before you fall in love with a property. Talk to a local insurance agent who knows the nuances of North Carolina coastal coverage. That way, you're prepared and not stressed out when you're under contract. Mistake number 3, not considering resale value. I get it. You're buying your dream beach house, not planning to flip it. But life happens, whether it's a new job, a growing family, or just a change of heart. You might need to sell sooner than you think. Some coastal homes are kind of quirky. I'm talking like unusual layouts, limited parking, steep driveways, or proximity to a noisy road or public beach access. These might seem like minor issues when you're caught up in the coastal charm, but they can seriously impact resale. But this is where my designer brain comes in. When I tour homes with clients or for clients out of state, I don't just look at what's there. I look at what's possible. Can we open up the floor plan, add a screened porch, improve curb appeal? These changes can make a huge difference when it's time to sell. Also, think about future buyers. Are you buying in a neighborhood that's up and coming or one that might face environmental challenges down the road? What's the local economy like? What's the vibe of the area? Retirees, young families, vacation rentals? These factors affect real estate too. My tip, choose a home that fits your needs today and has potential appeal for future buyers. And don't be afraid to bring me along. I'll help you think like both a homeowner and an investor. Mistake number 4, underestimating maintenance costs. Coastal living is amazing, but let's be real. It comes with some extra maintenance. The salt air, the humidity, the sand, the storms, they all take their toll on homes. Roofs near the coast, for example, often need replacing way sooner than inland homes. If you're buying a place with wood siding or decking, be prepared for more frequent sealing or repairs. HVAC systems can also work harder in the humid environment, which just basically leads to more wear and tear. And don't forget about storm prep. Impact windows, hurricane shutters, and reinforced doors aren't just nice to have, they can kind of be essential. If a home doesn't already have them, factor in the cost of adding them. One of my favorite tips is to create a maintenance calendar with reminders for things like checking the roof, cleaning the gutters, sealing the deck, and inspecting the crawl space. It kind of sounds a little nerdy, but it'll save you time, money, and stress. And hey, if you need recommendations for local contractors or maintenance pros, I've got a whole list of trusted vendors that are ready to help. Mistake number 5, falling for style over substance. Okay, let's talk design. And this one is super close to my heart as an interior designer. It's so easy to get swept up in a beautifully staged home. Light blue walls, beachy art, breezy curtains. It's basically a Pinterest board come to life. But here's the thing. Design is easy to change. Structure and layout, not so much. When you're touring homes, look past the decor and focus on the essentials. Are the rooms a good size? How's the flow? Is there enough natural light? What about storage? How's the condition of the kitchen and the bathrooms? I love helping clients see beyond the obvious. I'll walk through and say, okay, yes, this looks dated, but imagine what we could do with some modern flooring, new paint, and updated lighting. Or this layout is kind of funky, but we could reconfigure it to make it work a little better. And if a home is staged with tons of beachy decor but feels cramped or dark, that's kind of a red flag in my opinion. Don't let seashell wallpaper fool you into thinking it's your forever home. Focus on the bones and the potential, and then we can talk about styling it to make it your dream space. All right, my friends, that is my semi-deep dive into the 5 big mistakes that I see Wilmington, North Carolina coastal homebuyers make the most and how you can avoid them. Coastal living is a dream, but let's make it a smart one. If you're thinking about buying or if you're already looking but feeling a little overwhelmed, just reach out. I'm here to help you find a home that not only looks amazing, but makes sense for your budget, your lifestyle, and your long-term goals. All my contact information is in the description below. And by the way, sellers, don't think I forgot about you. If you're ready to get your coastal home market ready, my design background can help you make it shine for buyers. So if you found this video even a little bit helpful, please hit that like button and definitely subscribe to the channel. Oh, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss future videos. I'm going to be sharing way more tips on coastal neighborhoods, design inspiration, and behind the scenes peeks into my life as a coastal real estate agent. Also, drop a comment below and let me know any topics or ideas that you'd love for me to talk about next. But for now, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!